Larry, why are you
Hello.
breathing? Why are you breathing hard?
I am. You can hear me breathing hard, really?
Yes.
I am walking through Reading Market, Terminal Market in Philly. Trying to find a table to get something to eat.
Okay.
Me and the wife and the sister-in-law.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. Okay.
We're at the pharmacy trying to find something to eat.
You got to fuel up. Long day ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. We drove to Trenton, took the train in from Trenton, and bouncing around this market now. It's crazy big.
Trenton's beautiful too.
And how long are you guys doing an overnight?
No overnight. Train back later. I'll follow you guys. Go. Just take the train back to Trenton and drive home tonight sometime.
Okay. All right. Damn, you lead an exciting life.
So exciting.
Man.
You got to do a little something every day.
Oh, I know. You got to spice up your life a little bit there.
Dan, when we get off the air, I'll tell you what's happening after the wedding in London. 5.5 weeks they're keeping me over there.
What?
Yeah, crazy.
In London?
No, are you kidding me? Paris and Spain and, I don't know, Africa.
Oh, we got to film this.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That would be
Crazy shit.
great.
5.5 weeks, Dan?
Yeah, people would kill to go to Europe for 5.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna buy my own plane ticket home 3 weeks into the trip.
And they probably wouldn't argue with that either.
They'd kick in for it, I'm sure.
Yes, Ray.
Can we send Angel Boy a camera
Yes.
so he can record some of the stuff with Larry? Or you can take it on your phone.
Boy, I don't think Angel Boy will be on the trip.
Oh. Well, who all's going to Europe?
Just the three blind mice. That's our
You and your wife and your wife's sister.
Correct.
There is something going on.
Someone's getting trafficked in Budapest or something.
Spain's got legalized brothels all over the country.
Larry doesn't need that. He travels with one.
Yeah.
They might want some group. I don't know. It might
The
be
old
some-
brothel on wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah,
By the way, I'm looking at recapping. Bad Larry, it says he lost 3 units last week, Ray.
You lost.
Yeah.
He
last
lost
week.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
You got 1 lost.
Yep.
So Bad Larry's got 2 units. Shea is up 1.5. You won 3 units last week.
Big showing.
And Dylan, he's minus 26 units. You lost 5 last week.
I just need one parlay to get back in this, Dan. I have some gripes from last week, too.
Anybody want to recap anything? Bad Larry, I'll start with you. Anything that you have a problem
I
with?
don't know. I just have to ask. So, Ray, you're doing my Mets and my Chicago Whites against the White Sox and those unders
Correct.
every week. Okay, so they're already in those losses. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it
Last
says
night-
the White Sox under every game, first 25 games, and it's 2,
Correct.
3, and 1. The Mets money line first 15 games, they're 3 and 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't the Whites...
And I didn't know if we were going to keep that till the end, or so. My losses are already in there, and I'm up 3 units or whatever going forward.
Yeah, it's going to be every single week. I'm not going to just input it in after the 25th
Okay.
game.
Thank you, Ray. That works perfect for me.
You're welcome.
Don't the White Sox
am I-
have the lowest ERA in baseball right now?
I'm not even following.
I think they do.
To start, yeah. It's
yeah.
much better than it should have been.
Yeah.
By the way, during Super Bowl week, Dylan put money on Alex Ovechkin to score his 895th goal during the regular season at plus 320.
Yeah.
So you need 3 more.
They had it on that specific bet on DraftKings for Ovechkin to pass Gretzky.
Okay.
Plus
I didn't know
320.
that.
Yeah, plus 322. This was like a while ago too. I was like, oh, there's plenty. I mean, like he could, slow down, but like he had plenty of runway.
He's got
That's the best video ever.
He's got 7 games to get 3.
Yeah, and like I could also see like a last game he's 1 shy, empty netter or something. That would actually
Like
be
Brett Favre?
Yeah,
Brett Favre, Michael Strahan?
taking the easy way out. Empty net for the goal to break Gretzky's record would actually be pretty funny.
Be gross.
Unsportsmanlike.
Yeah. No.
And Ovechkin loves the song by Juicy J.
Oh, yeah.
He's not alone.
Bands make her dance.
Oh, yeah, sure do, Danny.
Like bands of money?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. BANDZ.
Correct.
That's right, not bands.
No.
Bands.
It's a good double
Dance.
feature with "Bounce It" by Juicy J.
Yeah, Juicy J is A bit of a
Back.
maestro when it comes to
off the
stroke
same
songs.
off the same tape.
All right. I'm not familiar with that, but
You know the group 3-6 Mafia?
yeah,
He's in 3-6 Mafia.
they won an Academy Award.
They did. Academy Award winner Juicy J.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Props. Shout out. Punk ass mothers.
North Memphis, off of Hollywood.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I skipped the headline.
What?
Shea has been asked to run for the school board.
Who the fuck asked
right.
you?
No.
Okay. Do you want to do this?
Yeah, I think. Well, hold on now. There's a couple of things working against me. This show
You
being
mean
one of
We'll
them.
start with the hair.
Priors?
No. I mean, okay, here's the deal. On our school board, and you know the town, and we're going to leave it out, the property taxes are pretty high. They're healthy, but it's because the schools are so good.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently there's been a new ranking that came out for the best schools in the state of Connecticut, and my town fell off, like big time. The superintendent just resigned. She claimed a health issue. Nobody believes her. Out of the school board members, 3 of them do not have kids in the system. One of them lives in New York, and the other 2 have their kids in private school. So the question is, what the hell are they doing here?
Yeah.
They're just trying to limit their tax exposure, so they're taking away resources from the school, which helps their property value because their kid ain't in the school. So I've been asked by a couple of local politicians to consider if running for an open seat, not an open seat, running a contested seat as an independent would make sense.
You're an independent.
Of course I am, Danny. I just call balls and strikes. You know me.
You're just a patriot is what you are.
I love this country.
Yes.
That's it. So I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it might happen. There might be a storming of the board.
Is your running mate Jesus?
It's Ralph Nader, I think.
This campaign will be blessed, if that's what you're asking.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What was it? Russell Wilson who said I play for an audience of one. Right. Is that right? Marvin. That's what Russ said.
The big guy upstairs, an audience of 1.
Yeah.
Man.
I was like, actually, you play for a couple more people than that.
I
but
think.
Yeah, Monday Night Football, a shitload of people are watching.
Yeah, an audience of 1. Anything you want to recap from last week, Dill? God, there's a lot of bloodshed on your.
Yeah, there is, Dan, and there's one in particular. Michigan State -3.5 against Ole Miss.
How about them Rebs?
That's a bad beat Hall of Fame of the year. If you had 3.5, Ray, our fucking producer here, I texted him. I was like, "That's insane." He's like, "I had -2.5," so he covered it. I was like, "All right, dude." But that's one of those ones where it's like you're always on the wrong side of it. I'm never on the side where they hit Ole Miss hits. Well, yeah, you.
I was
are.
on the right side. It
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah, it was probably electric, right?
It was awesome.
It was amazing.
Loved it.
Incredible. Yeah, it sucked.
Kids couldn't figure out why I cared. They still lost.
That was one of those ones where you just involuntarily yell at the TV. You're like, I'm fucking done with this shit. And I quit. And then I didn't quit.
That leads us to this week. And Larry, are you still the clubhouse leader? I guess barely. So
Yes.
I'll let you start.
Okay, I have the over in the Florida game. I think it was 159.5.
Yeah.
I have Florida minus the 2.5,
Yep.
and I have Duke minus the 5.
-5.5.
Minus 5.5. I know. I don't know if Ray remembers. I have Florida to win it all from the beginning of the tournament. My only prediction for Florida national champion. If I had a gun to my head, if I had to pick another team right now, it would be Duke. I think they're playing better than anyone else.
That's bold of you,
But
Larry.
Real reach there. Wow. Sound the alarm.
I'm going to make a pick in the Final Four.
You know, I really like the Dodgers. I think they're playing well.
Yeah, I think I'm staying with my Florida bet that I already have, but
yeah, it's already in the
little
books.
sidebar. I'm pretty impressed with what Duke's been doing right now.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Is that it, Larry?
I just walked into Molly Malloy's, a little bar in this place. It looks great. MB, I'm going to go chicken pot pie. I just put my order in, and a Budweiser, by the way. And I'm sitting here now, and this is a pretty interesting place.
You never drink draft. You always drink bottle or can, right?
I can. I'm going to go
Loves it in
can
a
of Bud
can.
if they have it when the waiter gets here.
If it's draft, love it.
I should try a draft.
Oh my
The only
God.
times would opt for a bottle or a can over draft is if you're at like a real shitty bar.
Yeah, and you
you're
need a
like-
weapon. Yeah.
Or a weapon,
Give me a bottle.
or you don't trust how clean like the
Yes, the
tap
lines are.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lines are. Yeah, but oh man, you give me beer on tap and
Yeah.
Like a kid in a candy
I'm
store.
going to crush you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It just tastes better.
It does. I love it.
It's like Fountain Coke from McDonald's.
Yeah,
you know?
you're right.
Yes.
Or
MB,
a
I'm going
Coke from
Bud
Sonic.
Draft. They just talked me
Yeah,
into a
oh.
Bud Draft
Okay.
instead of the can.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going Bud Draft.
All right.
Holy
I
shit,
like
look at that. We're actually getting
I
stuff
like
done
that.
today.
Shay, you're up.
Yeah, I got the Fighting Shaloms plus 2.5.
I don't know.
They're both the
We
fighting
did-
Shaloms.
I know.
They're both got Jewish head coaches.
It's going to be an internal conflict.
Dylan, are you okay with him?
Yeah, is
with
that-
calling them the Shaloms?
I mean, well, look, Dan, I'll talk to you after the podcast.
No. I'd rather you talk right during the podcast if you have a problem.
I'm more concerned about the lack of clarity because they're both the fighting Shaloms.
Isn't it 3 out of 4?
Yeah.
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 John Shire.
Let's not talk about overrepresentation.
It's going to be sunny in San Antonio.
This is like the Nobel Prize.
Just all-time numbers.
99% of the nominees.
Okay.
Science and math.
So which Shaloms are you taking?
The Pearls, Fighting Pearls. Yeah,
Okay.
man.
All right.
Can't bring him down. Not even the feds can stop Bruce. And then I got the Duke Houston under 136. And then I got golf, Danny, but we'll save that for a minute.
Oh. Okay.
Are we doing just basketball now?
Yeah, we can do just basketball. Bad Larry doesn't have any golf, so
Oh.
he just has basketball.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Dill, give us your basketball, and then we'll do the golf.
All right, Dan. I'm going Auburn, the Fighting Pearls, plus 2.5,
Okay.
and Houston, plus 5.5 against Duke. I was inclined to take the favorites just because that's been the way things are going, but the moment I do that, both the dogs win or at least cover. So taking both of them to cover the spread, and then I'm going Houston, Duke over 135.5.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. Sorry, Shea.
Back to golf. The Texas Valero Open.
It's a big one.
Yes.
Shay?
I got my boy Ludwig to win plus 1,200. Then I got Batia plus 2,200. And then I got some top tens. Going a little crazy here, Danny. I got Hookem plus 200. Corey Connors, who I love now.
You've been big on the
yeah.
Canuck train.
I like it. And then top 20, I got Kuchar, Keegan Bradley, Si Woo Kim, who I pronounced that correctly. And then I'm heavier on Hookem, 2 units there, Danny.
It's Jordan Spieth.
Yeah, Hookem.
Not a big Matt Kuchar guy.
All right.
I like the odds. Plus
I just
240.
like when they say Cooch.
You remember the story with his caddy in Mexico? They had the local guy.
Did
He's
they-
like, "I'll pay you 10 grand to caddy
Stiffed
for
him?
me." Yeah, and then he won, and so and didn't pay him, and everyone was like, "Come on, man."
It's Matt Cooch. Do you have golf, Dill?
I do, Dan. I've got one. Denny McCarthy to win, plus 2,500. Lost in the playoff last year at this very same tournament.
Okay.
Which is, I use that logic a lot, and it rarely works out, but such is life.
Okay. Anything else that is on the table?
We were discussing the worst things in sports.
Wait, do you have an NHL bet?
Oh, I do. Yeah. Shit, I'm sorry, man.
Why am I telling you your bets?
Because I am stupid.
You're not stupid. You're just not a good gambler.
They're good at
Oh,
tests.
I'm definitely not a
Yeah.
good gambler.
Yeah.
Connor Hellebuck to win the Hart Trophy. Regular season MVP. He's the Jets goalie.
Okay.
Plus 150.
Oh.
Yeah. Would be the first goalie since Carey Price, I think, to win it. But he's putting up
Okay.
unreal.
Okay.
was great.
Pro.
Some stuff you weren't expecting to find.
Yeah, happily found.
Yeah.
But yeah.
This, of course, won't make the episode, just letting you know.
Really?
No, you can't call out his daughters for
I
having-
loved him. I loved the man. He was my favorite goalie.
Well, I don't know if he's going to appreciate you saying that you ransacked his daughter's room for drugs.
Yeah.
Ransack's a strong word. We were guided there by the other daughter. I mean, she was like, hey, all right, fine, sorry.
What do you
I thought it was a...
I mean, the other daughter was there, so it makes it a little better.
We'll bleep out the name.
Oh,
Cool.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Because after every episode, Ray goes, anything to take out? And
It's not always me though.
no, but most
Larry.
I've had a couple. Well, Larry had the bit.
Larry
had
did
the big one.
used a term you don't use.
I've never done that.
No, you haven't. But you've done a lot of things though.
I'm just being open with the audience.
No,
there.
and I appreciate that.
One of us has to be the sweetheart on this thing, so I guess
being
I'll
vulnerable.
take
You're vulnerable.
Vulnerable, yeah, I'm being vulnerable. The roommate told me to be more vulnerable on the show.
What does that mean?
open up a little.
Yeah, like be.
But don't you open up too much?
Yeah, no, she meant like, I have this image of being like a crazy person or a drug addict. While those may be true, it's not true all the time. There's other facets.
There's more to the Shea story.
Like I'm a father of 3. I was on the Twitter the other day, and I said something about how happy I am that I'm a father because, there's all this discourse about people not wanting kids or kids are too much or there's a reason nobody's happy because they have kids. And I was like, that's bananas.
You can be perfectly happy if you just neglect them.
Dude, kids are a blessing. Like it's amazing. We have 3. I wish we had 5. It's great.
Okay, but you tweet out, my youngest is 4. We had 3 under 5 at one point. It's a joy. It's a blessing. It's awesome. Who the
That sounds like AI wrote that.
I don't deserve the joy my kids bring me, but every single day with them is a gift. And anyone preaching the opposite is either too selfish to realize it or too bitter to accept the other side of their depression.
What the fuck?
What are you doing?
That's true.
That is bad for business.
We think so?
Yes.
Why? That's
People don't
vulnerable.
want to hear that.
I don't know. Got some pretty good responses.
The top comment is, "Did you get hacked?"
I did get a lot of that.
Yeah.
Did the roommate steal your phone? Blink twice
Yeah.
if you're okay.
I swear to God, I love my family.
Dang.
It's true.
It should be true.
Yeah. I
No,
love
it should
having
be
kids.
true. You
Yeah.
should feel that way.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know if you do feel that way.
I do. But the other
How
side
about
of it.
let's just take a vote here.
Okay.
Marvin, do you think that is Shea being truthful?
Yeah, I think Shea's nuts, but I think he loves his kids.
Okay. Dylan, do you think that is an honest representation of Shea and Irving?
Well, it sounds like it was written by a robot. I do think, to some degree, I think Shea is really a sweetheart deep down. Just,
A softie?
a little bit of a softie. Kind of a pussy, actually.
That's better. Yeah. Now we're back on track.
Is he a romantic?
I think he is a romantic. Well, I mean, what? You're just gonna nod off at dinner and start crying? That's not romantic.
Ray, what do you think?
I don't think he's a romantic, but I think he's a loving father, as we saw when we came over for dinner. I was not expecting what I saw when we went over for dinner. I was impressed.
Yeah, when you told them to get the fuck upstairs,
But he said it in a nice way.
yeah, it was gentle.
Hey, girls, get the fuck upstairs.
Right.
I love you.
Okay, so he's a loving father. Is he a loving husband?
No, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, the roommate really was upset I shared the Percocet story.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Liquid Percocet.
Yeah. She was like, it's so triggering. I remember that night. That was awful.
You're like, I don't.
That was great.
Bad Larry, you still with us?
I'm still with you. I think he's a great father. I'm not
Oh.
so sure about how great a husband he is.
I'll take it.
But and I like him being a little more vulnerable. I can see that. I saw that soft side on our little trip to Atlantic City.
Really?
Thank you, Larry.
I did not see that at all.
I didn't either. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, Larry. Well, enjoy your. Did you have your beer yet?
I will send you guys a picture. It just arrived. We always take a picture of 3 and let our children guess who's drinking what.
Wow,
I'll send you the.
that's wild.
I'll send it to the boys.
This is why I can never
my-
retire. I can't retire if this is.
you
retire.
Yeah,
Imagine.
Dan, if you retire, you'll end up eating a fucking pot pie in Philadelphia.
If only my wife had a sister.
Who sold Xanax?
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Larry.
Send a picture of the pot pie, too, Larry.
Yeah. Thank you, Larry.
Go Duke.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're really
Yes, he
playing
has-
well. I'm
he
going to go
has
out on a
Florida.
limb. Yeah.
Oh, Cinderella story. over
Yeah.
there.
Didn't think Duke would get here. Dylan, anything you'd like to mention?
Oh, yeah. So we're talking about the worst things in sports, broadly speaking. I think also a la the Michigan State thing from last week. So producer Ray had us come up with a couple, just what are just some shitty things that happen in the world of sports, like
Okay, Ray.
Yeah, it's the top 5 worst things that can happen in a game for a gambler. Like
Okay.
for me, it's a muff punt. Like if I have a team that's 3rd and 4, the opposition's incomplete pass, we're like, oh, good, we're getting the ball back. Muff punt, that's the worst thing that can happen to me. That's my least favorite thing.
All right. Dill?
Well, overtime in any sport, if you have the under, that always blows.
Okay.
Phantom holding call in a big play.
Okay.
What else? Pass interference, just in general. I feel like that I get boned by pass interference more often than not. Boned.
All right. Yeah. What about you, Shea?
The intelligence of football players increasing over the last couple of years has really cornholed me. Like when I got the over and there's a breakaway run and then he stops at the 2-yard line because he doesn't want to get the ball back and you can end it out and you lose the over. I mean, these guys have been studying way too much film. I don't like it. They need to stop.
Yeah, too much clock management on their
fuck that.
part.
The Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just score the touchdown.
Yeah.
go for the glory, you bum.
Yeah.
I also have Larry's since he hung up. So number 1 is prevent defense giving up a meaningless touchdown. He has number 2, bullshit pass interference call given for first down.
All right.
Any roughing the passer call when the quarterback is sliding. In parentheses, that's bullshit. The 5-yard automatic first down for illegal contact. And the second one is he thinks every player should bet on the game so we know they fucking care.
I agree with that.
Let's do it.
Okay.
You know what's another brutal one is after the game's over and you've lost your bet, seeing the picture on Instagram that all the analysts picked that team in a row, and you're like, if only I'd seen that before the game.
It's Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, it works
Dude.
every single time.
Fucking ginger.
Don't blame it on Jason Garrett.
Oh, my God. I don't know how you're so nice to him. I don't get it.
I like Jason
Okay,
Garrett.
we don't need to
Seems
get
like
it.
a perfectly nice.
You
Yeah,
brought
we don't
up,
need to get
you
it. We don't
brought
need to
up
get
the
it. I
ginger,
just
not
don't understand.
me. You brought it up.
Have you ever asked him why he talks about running the ball now and he didn't?
But you
Have ever
know,
asked him?
this is where I'm sensitive. I'm compassionate. I care. I love my children. Love my wife.
Jason Garrett.
Love Jason Garrett.
I can't believe you said that out loud. That's
I-
somebody's going to cut that and they're going to play it 10 years from now and you're going to be embarrassed. You're going to say, "Wow, what was wrong with me?"
I love your wife.
Yeah, all right, we know.
Love your kids.
Yeah.
I could get comfortable in that house.
You did, Danny. You did. Damn it.
It is a nice couch.
I know. When I'm going to the refrigerator, and then his wife would be like, "Oh, I'll open your beer for you.
It's so much bullshit.
I'll open that beer for you."
Yeah,
Goddamn.
Danny, I got a new Chablis or Sancerre.
Yes.
Like, I don't even know what the fuck those are. And
Yeah.
she's offering it to Danny.
Yeah, yes. But she was like, I'll open your beer for you.
She pulls out the yellowtail for you.
Whoa!
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's right. That's like $12
Yeah,
wine.
the double bottle.
Yeah.
Boxed wine, Francia.
Yeah,
there
I
you
like
go.
that. Okay, that's it. By the way, Shea and Irving, wherever you get your podcast. And you can also follow him on social media.
Get some vulnerability in your life.
Yeah.
Get some Chat GPT in your life.
Get some Jesus. Amen.
Jesus in your life.
All needs a one.
Were you playing for one man when you wrote that, or
No, I was just mad at that Chapel Roan girl who kept saying that everybody who has kids is miserable. Like, you ain't knowing shit. Shut up. You're just mad because you made decisions that you're going to regret in the next 10 years.
That is Shea and Irving. There's Dylan, the graphics guy. The Ray, the producer. Marvin has to listen to all this. Bad Larry as well. And yours truly, taking a gamble in more ways than one. We'll talk to you next week.